Hey, Coach, just how's the progression been since the red-white game and what you're trying to get installed before next Wednesday's opener? Just everything you've been working on since that red-white game.
Uh, yeah, no, I think Jason that I mean we're obviously a work in progress, but the guys have been working hard. Still trying to, here we are on Friday. We still don't know who will start. Still going through different roles and rotations and so on and so forth. So I would say work in progress. I would say from a scheme standpoint, we have everything in. Uh, we'll probably add one more offensive set. All our defensive coverages are in, so now it's just a matter of fine tuning stuff. And the big thing now is just making sure that we're fresh, because we've grinded really, really hard. Even this week, I feel like we've really gone hard, and I kind of got to, self check myself and not go too hard or too long today and tomorrow, and then Sunday's off, and then we'll go again Monday and Tuesday.
Nate?
Just, Eric, can you kind of comment on just Isaiah's going to the 76ers and also Mason Jones' situation with Houston?
Yeah, no, I mean, first of all, Isaiah getting drafted is awesome. It's an incredible accomplishment for him. It's awesome for the program. I think he's in a great situation. The Sixers obviously have lacked shooting. Daryl Morey, who's now running their front office, values shooting. Doc Rivers is a in my opinion, I don't know how you could play for a better coach as a rookie. And then with Mason, I told him after we talked the night of the draft late at night, after he knew, that he was not, his name wasn't called. And then we talked the next morning really early. And I told him the truth of the matter is, it doesn't matter if you're drafted or not drafted now. I mean, the bottom line is you got to go to training camp and you got to go produce. And that's how, both those guys are going to learn, as if they don't already know, that it's a business. And the only people really guaranteed to be on an NBA roster in reality are lottery picks and probably 99% of the first rounders. And then after that, you've got to play your way on a team and you got to play your way onto a rotation. But Houston's a great place for Mason because, number one, they've always for a long time now have valued guys that are fighting to make the league. Guys like PJ Tucker that tried to find their niche in the league, and they've really valued players that have gone through, the minor league system with them. Houston's probably done as good a job, probably a better job than any of the G League with their parent team. So I think that, it's a good spot for them.
Thank you.
Bob?
All right, Eric, belated happy birthday. Hope it was a good day for you. It's always good to get older. Beats the alternative. Hey, your connection to Doc Rivers, I guess, I know your dad's probably your number one guy, but would you consider Doc Rivers a mentor? And just, you said you thought Isaiah couldn't go to a better coach as a rookie. Why is that? And how much did you and Doc Rivers maybe talk about Isaiah?
Yeah, so we didn't talk much. Doc, I don't think the coaching staff was, and again, I don't mean to speak out. I don't think they were that involved with this draft because they had just gotten there. But I think he's a great coach because he's a great communicator for a rookie. He's easily approachable. He's really involved in player development. So for those now you have a rookie coming into a situation with a new coach all at the same time. rather than a coach that's been in one spot. Everything's going to be new for all the Sixer players, including the rookies. In other words, it's really difficult for a rookie when he comes into an established situation where all the veterans know the scheme. And it's the same thing now with Mason and Steven Silas, is those guys, they're all going to be learning at the same time. And I don't think, that's a huge factor for these guys. But Doc's just so approachable and personable. I think it's a great match for Isaiah.
And do you consider him a mentor? I don't want to put words in your mouth, but
yeah, no question that Doc is someone that I look up to. He's someone that he gave he's the best pregame motivator that I've ever been around. A lot of he used to do a lot of boxing clips and have boxing themes that we've used throughout the years and I think when I was with him, it was his first time as a head coach, and he's turned into what I believe is best after timeout, diagrammer of plays as there are in the NBA.
And then we talked to Devo here a few minutes ago. What'd you think about him winning the dunk contest? I know that's kind of a fun deal, but that's probably cool for a 6'3" freshman to beat some of those older guys and bigger guys. And just what have you thought about his training camp for you?
Yeah, he's really rebounded the ball well. He's a great reactor to loose balls. Obviously going to need to continue to improve as a shooter. Continue to improve in taking care of the ball. Continue to learn the offense from a scheme standpoint. But great energy, great disposition. When he walks in the gym lights up with his enthusiasm and his energy. He loves being a Razorback. And then the dunk contest, it was, I think that thing's fun for the fans. It's great for the players to show a little bit of their personality. He was not the leader going in. I think if we had to lay odds on who was going to win that thing, I wouldn't have put it on Devo. I think Justin Smith, everybody internally thought would win it. I don't know if Justin had as much enthusiasm as some of the other guys did to even be in it. But no, I think Devo, he did a good job on his social media, Twitter, publicizing it too.
I got a few more questions, but I'll turn it back to Mike. Hopefully come back around.
Hey, Eric, I know Isaiah and Mason have gotten a lot of the attention, but I was wondering if you maybe provide an update on Jimmy Whitt, what kind of opportunities you think he's going to get.
Yeah, so with Jimmy, we're going to continue to call teams, and there's one team in particular that myself and Coach Mosier have had some conversations with. But we'll just keep trying to promote and help. And Jimmy's way into the league will be, to try to get into a veterans camp, try to fight his way onto a roster through veterans camp. If not, it's going to have to be through the G League. But the great thing is Jimmy's aware of that. He understands where his career's at, and he just wants an opportunity.
Randy?
Coach, you were talking about roles the other day and players playing different positions, maybe like Devo, he's been playing the 1, the 2, and the 3. How are you seeing those roles being defined, not just for Devo, but for the team in general?
Yeah, I think for us, it's going to be a work in progress because there's obviously a high priority for practice. But then there's guys that are going to perform, once we play Wednesday, somebody's going to have, maybe a way better game than we thought they would. And somebody might struggle a little bit. So we really don't, I guess, Randy, we're not really sure. I'm still trying to figure out the starting lineup. I put them out there yesterday, what I thought they were going to be. And it was 8-0 before I looked up. The other group was up 8-0. So, and we went short yesterday. So I don't really know who it's going to be. I'm not playing games or anything. I guess we got a couple more practices to try to figure it out.
Curtis?
Hey, Coach, I've heard some other coaches in the past talk about kind of reaching a point in the preseason where they almost hit a wall. They're kind of tired of beating up on each other and ready to beat up on someone else. Is that something that you guys have battled this year with the start date of the season being pushed back a couple weeks?
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm just kind of speaking for myself, Curtis. I mean, I wish we would have started on time. That's just, my own personal opinion. And, I wish we were 2 games in and playing 30 games instead of a potential 27. I'm not, out of my hands, but again, I wish we were. I'm not sure what the 2 weeks did. But anyway, here we are, as far as a wall or whatever. I mean, I think that, like I tell the team all the time, I know this is hard right now. I know it's not fun. I know that boredom can set in. I feel like I have much more of a player's mentality of, I'm like them. Like, I like the games. I hear coaches all the time talk about, how they love practice and all that. I mean, more power to those guys. I mean, I like practice a lot, but I mean, I'm doing practice so that we can be ready for a game, and the game day is what I like. So yeah, I do think from a mental standpoint, Curtis, that it's a grind. I mean, we haven't hit a wall yet, but we're thirsty for some competition, and competition against somebody other than ourselves.
Thanks, Coach.
Scotty?
Hey, Coach, when you guys got back together this summer, were there noticeable developments in Desi's game, after he kind of set out to attack the offseason?
Yeah, I mean, I think he did last year, I think the surprise with Desi, Scotty, was his ability to score in transition, and his ability to, to attack the rim and to be able to finish over bigger, taller, stronger, 4 and 5 men, or power forwards and centers. And he continues to shoot the ball at a good clip. I think his ball handling is an area that he worked on. So we feel like he's a better ball handler than he was. And, we need him to continue to be a better off-ball defender. That was an area that, we talked about last year for him to get better. And still, it's an area defensively we need him to have focus the entire time he's on the floor.
And then with Devo, what were some of maybe the main pieces of advice or guidance you and the staff gave him after the red-white game?
Yeah, I mean, he's just watching film with all of us, both when we meet as a team and go through things, but I think, just the details of the game, taking care of the ball or getting a shot on goal is really, really important to us. Not turning the ball over is extremely important for all of our guys, to understand that we want to get a shot on goal, even if it's a bad shot. We just don't want live ball turnovers, and that's an area that Devo's got to continue to focus on.
Nikki?
Hey, Muss, after watching all these practices and the red-white game and everything, what do you think the team is going to come out really good at right away? And then what do you think is going to take some time?
Good question, Nikki. I mean, there's been days where we look like the basketball version of the Bad News Bears. And then there's been, other moments that we look really, really good, like the 80 Lakers. Shoot, I mean, I hope we defend the 3. Right up to this point, what's an area that I thought we'd be better in that we're not? It's defending the 3, because we talk about it every day, but we continue to bang 3 shots in practice. So I guess it's good from an offensive standpoint. It's bad for the defensive coordinator, good for the offensive coordinator. our size, I mean, we're, like I think when we walk out on Wednesday, we noticeably look bigger in the layup line at almost every position. So I think that, but understanding our schemes and stuff, I think that's still a work in progress.
Bob, got a follow-up?
Yeah, Eric, with Desi, he got some All-SEC recognition. How'd you feel about that? And then he was so good off the bench late last season, really for several games. Do you envision him starting or coming off the bench, or what do you see in that regard for him?
Yeah, number one, I think it's awesome that he got recognized by our league, and anytime a player gets a preseason honor, you want to celebrate it, but it is just that. It's just a preseason honor, but it's well-deserved based on what he did last year and who's returning in our league. Having said that, there's no doubt, Bob, that he was really effective coming off the bench. And I thought he got to observe the flow of the game and came in and gave us an instant punch. Having said that, I think he wants to start. He's a year older. Is he going to start or not start? Again, all 5 spots right now, I'm still trying to determine. The players all, I don't know what they told you, but they should say that they don't know, because I switch it up every day. So if anyone, thinks that they're starting, they are sadly misled, because we really don't know. But I know he wants to start. I know he likes to start, as do the other 11 guys in uniform on Wednesday. They all think they should start, and you could probably make an argument for not 5 guys to start, and that's tough decision when you've added depth.
And I had draft 4 or 12 SEC players picked the most. Everybody thinks of it as a football league, which obviously it is, but you guys had 12 picks, and I think the Big 12 and the Big 10 only had 8 combined. 24 schools. What do you think about that? And obviously, it wasn't just Kentucky; it was several schools getting high picks.
Yeah, I mean, as the draft was unfolding, I mean, we got to continue to recruit here, because we had 1 player drafted in the middle of the 2nd round, and you look at our league, and Georgia's got the 1st pick, and Vanderbilt had 2 guys drafted, and Vanderbilt had Garland go as a lottery. They've had 2 lottery picks, basically, Vanderbilt has. And, you look across the board, Mississippi State has 2 guys drafted. And so we know that in our league, there are going to be NBA players on a nightly basis, and there's going to be lottery picks that we play against. And so that's a challenge. I mean, to play against Okoro, to play against Kyra Lewis, these guys they're studs. And I think the league was really represented well. I think the NBA has incredible respect for our league. And in my opinion, the SEC is the closest conference to the NBA style. And therefore, I think it makes it a lot easier for NBA teams to evaluate our players in our league. Some college leagues are slower. They're more physical. Our league and the coaches in our league play a much more cosmetically simulated style, as can possibly be at the collegiate level. I mean, that's how I feel about our league. And I mean, even the Mountain West had 4 players drafted. So it's a lot between, we saw a lot in the last 2 years. We've seen a lot of the NBA draft picks from this year's draft.
Yeah, one of your guys from Nevada got picked late, Harris, the other Jalen Harris.
The other Jalen Harris.
Okay, thanks.
I actually texted congratulations to the wrong Jalen.
Oh, really? What did he say?
He just said, "Coach, I know you're trying to hit the other Jalen."
You got to get some Packers stuff at practice, too. Have you reached out to the Packers?
Bob, if you have a contact for the Packers and can get me a mask and a dry fit, I will wear it. I do not have any Packers connection. I need some connect with Green Bay.
I'm a shareholder.
Well, then,
I
I don't know how much shares you have, but if you have enough, you can give me a dry fit and a mask.
Well, I have one share. It's like $250. You know, I can only afford so much. I
know what I refuse. I refuse to buy a shirt and buy a mask. It's got to be free in the mail.
I got some extra masks. I'll send you one.
How about a Brett Favre jersey?
I do have a Brett Favre. I have the jersey. I need a mask, I guess.
I once had a cheese head, but I don't have it anymore. So I can't send that to you.
All right, Coach. Appreciate your time.
Thanks,
Hey, Mike, don't cut me off. Are we all good, everybody? We're good?
Absolutely.
Don't listen to Mike Kaywood. He doesn't control this thing. See you guys.